Okay then guys, what's going on today? We're taking a look at 7 things you may not have known about Elden Ring. As you know, this game is absolutely huge with loads of hidden in-depth items, hidden rooms, hidden mechanics, and things that you just find out on a day-to-day basis, even this far into the game style. If there is anything that you guys want us to showcase or want to just let everybody know about, leave me a comment down in the comment section just so I can take a look and see some of the cool stuff that you guys have found out that we may not know already. With that being said, like, subscribe, and let's jump into some secrets. Now, if you may not have known, there actually is a talisman called the Taker's Cameo, and this thing restores HP upon defeating enemies, but it has a hidden feature as well. If you actually utilize the bloodstains that you find on the floor, there is going to be a cool feature that you may not have known. Now, this is relatively useless, but it is still cool all the same. Now if we interact with the bloodstain right here, you'll see that the obvious thing happens. You see how that Elden Lord actually gets wiped out, and the Tarnished will give you a healing attribute which will bump up your health. Now the only thing about this is that you actually have to find a bloodstain where the person gets eliminated on torrent, as it doesn't seem to actually work via a normal death method without them being on torrent. Almost seems like that torrent is an enemy or a foe, and that's exactly where you get your health from. It's really weird how it works, but it is still a cool little feature that you may not have known about. Let me know in the comment section if you knew about this one, as I found it quite interesting. Next up, around the map there are hidden places, hidden things, and a hidden ash of war that you may not have seen right now is just outside the capital, and this is going to be from a dung beetle which is actually scurrying underground. Now the only thing that can indicate this is a small bit of dust that sits above the ground, as you can see here. If you give it a whack, it will actually take out the dung beetle and provide you with the ash of war earth shaker. How many of these are going to be around the map? Who knows? Next up, we have got lightning incantations and weapon arts. Now these are actually really good at the moment, and it's quite good for the meta, but if you utilize them in the rain, you will actually get an extra damage boost. Kind of obvious really when I think about it, but I never knew this one really until today. Kinda clever. Whilst we're talking about abilities and weapon arcs, as you can tell, the undead have always been a bit of a frustration. As you give them a hit, they go down, and they will start to rebuild themselves as their souls recalibrate. But if you actually utilize holy attacks, this will take them out in one bash. You won't have to go back and retake them out. As you can see here, they actually just evaporate. No coming back from that one. This works with all sorts of things such as the holy grease, and also works with holy pots, as you can see right here. Anything holy is going to wipe these dudes out, evaporate them, and they're never coming back. So walking through lava has always been a bit of a struggle, although as the levels get higher, it does diminish your health quite low. But did you know that if you face a specific direction and pop up a shield, it'll actually diminish it very slowly. Now I'm not too sure why this is a thing, but this seems to have been in Souls games for quite some time, and the direction actually changes, which is a little bit odd depending on where it is you're in. But make sure that when you're running through lava, if you whack up a shield and you're starting to get really low on health, just stick that block up and face the different directions, and eventually you'll find a place where it just diminishes it a lot less. Although it still confuses me why lava doesn't deal as much damage as it probably should. I mean, you can definitely make your way through most things without really having a problem anyway, but I thought this was a cool little added extra that people may not have known about. Hey, when we go into the next Souls game, who knows? It's probably going to be in that as well. Next up, we have got rainbow stones. Now these things are actually really helpful, although really underutilized. Now what I did not know is that actually if you take these rainbow stones and throw them off the edge of a cliff, if they land and have like a color stone here like you can see on screen, it means that it is safe to jump down and you won't take any damage. Although if you take these rainbow stones and go to an area which is a significant drop higher and throw them off the edge, you will soon find out that once it hits the floor, it will shatter. This means that you will not survive the drop on this, and it was kind of a really cool thing. These rainbow stones are generally quite useless, but for those of you guys who don't really know your heights just yet, this is quite a clever attribute. Also, we have got these simple view inventories. As we know, when utilizing runes, it can be really frustrating if you want want to use different runes. Now what this does mean is if you go into your inventory and put it into simple view, you don't actually have to take your inventory down. You can literally pop a rune and keep it up, move over to the next one that you want to use and use that one as well. A really helpful attribute, although does not seem to work with absolutely everything. You can't apply things such as greases and stuff like that. It doesn't seem to let you do that sort of stuff, but as far as some of the items go, it's a really helpful attribute just so that you don't have to keep messing around. Just for instance, such as the little glintstone balls and the purple stones, you can actually throw those things and cause damage whilst still moving around and having your simple view up. I'm not sure why you'd want to do this, but still clever all the same. Now that's all we got time for today. If there were any of these things that you did not know about, then please let us know via the comment section and reward the video with a beautiful blue thumbs up. Subscribing, as always, helps us out loads, as it means that you guys will not miss a single upload here on the channel. Once again, if you've got anything that you want people to know about, or you want me to cover on a future video, then please let me know via the comment section. It'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks again for watching, guys. I appreciate all of your damn faces, but as always, up until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.